Hi everybody, Dan Illman taking a look at the Stronach 5 sequence for Friday, December the 13th. 5 races, a little bit more than an hour, $100,000 guaranteed gross pool for the Stronach 5, low 12% takeout. It is a $1 minimum wager. We have 2 races this week from Laurel Park, 2 races from Gulfstream Park, 1 from Golden Gate Fields. Let's take a look at the field for leg A. It's race number 8 at Laurel, a 6-furlong, $5,000 beaten claimer for fillies and mares. It is a big field. It is a competitive field. As always on these Stronach 5 videos, I'll give you some of my preliminary thoughts on this race pre-ticket because we are still way in advance of track conditions, program changes, scratches, etc. When it's time for you to make your final decision, I urge you to use DRFBet's ticket maker, Steve Christ's method for weighing your opinions. Much better than using a caveman play. You can stretch your dollar a little bit further by weighing your tickets. A's, B's, and C's, DRFBet's ticket maker. Leg A on the Laurel card is race number 8 for the Stronach 5. I thought this was an interesting race. I like the 8,000 rider switch to Victor Rosales. Claudio Gonzalez and Victor Rosales have won 5 of the last 7 times they have teamed up. Towson is a horse that is very, very ornery in the starting gate. She usually breaks slowly. She usually pulls, and it takes her about a quarter of a mile to relax, as she did last time out. She ran well that day, though. She finished 3rd behind the 2 favorites in the faster division of $5,000 beaten claimers, and I think she's effective when there's a big pace in front of her. And with this big and bulky field, I think Towson is going to get the pace that she needs. Is she the most reliable horse in the world? No. But is she a strong contender on her best race? Yes, and I would feel bad if I left her off my Stronach 5 ticket and she beat me. The morning line favorite, the 11, Lady Kim, has run very well for trainer John Robb since the claim. Last time out, she was in that slower division. She was the beaten favorite that day on November the 21st, but she has a little bit of an excuse. She kind of bobbled and went down to her knees at the start. Then she was down inside. She got to the outside turning into the stretch. She made a run against Midnight Crossing, who's a horse that's in very sharp form right now. Lady Kim's a horse that you can use. She can be close to the pace. She also has a great tracking ability, and I think she's going to work out a nice trip stalking from the outside. The 6th Flirtation Walk is another horse that I'd be considering in here. 8-1 on the morning line. This is a filly that has speed, and yes, I'm a little bit concerned about her getting involved in an early duel, but I also like her cutting back from 7 to 6. She finished behind Lady Kim last time out. She pressed the pace early, a very fast pace, and then her pace rival just backed out of it, and Flirtation Walk's rider went for it early, maybe a little bit too early, opening up a big lead, turning into the stretch. She got tired late. Maybe she's better on turf, but I think she's okay on dirt, and she's going to be forwardly placed. I'd consider those 3 horses, a little bit more weight perhaps on the 8 and the 11. I like Towson coming from off the pace, maybe the 6 as a backup. We stay at Laurel for leg B. We'll look at the field for race number 9, 6 furlongs, starter optional claiming race. The 2 factored in was claimed out of his last race by Carlos Mancia, who is just having a very good Laurel meet with horses off the claim. He has had several horses off the claim at big prices win at Laurel. Factored in last time out, dropped to this level, got bumped at the start, ended up prompting the pace, and was just simply best as a very short-priced favorite. Now, breaking from the inside in this bigger field, Factored In is likely going to have to take a little bit more pace pressure in here, but I just think he's found his class level, and he should be very tough if he runs to his best. But I do want to use 2 closers just in case this pace kind of melts down. The 11 Hill Shadow is a horse that missed over a year of racing, and I'm getting the feeling that trainer Robin Graham is just nursing him back to the races. Last time out was his 3rd start off the lengthy layoff. He came with a good finish, only beaten a neck, got his buyer all the way up to a 78. There's pace for him in this race, and I just think he fits at this level and is rounding back into his best form. And I also think the 13 Revolutionary Road is a horse that you have to worry about. First-time gelding, big rider switch to Trevor McCarthy. Last time out, he ran into a very hot horse named Brooks Robinson, who took no prisoners on the lead. Revolutionary Road was checked a bit when one paced, swung to the outside, finished with a little bit of interest. He is going to get the pace he needs, I believe, on Friday's race number 9, leg B of the Stronach 5. So while the 2 factored in is logical, I think you want coverage in here, and I think the 11 Hill Shadow and the 13 Revolutionary Road makes sense. We'll move down to Gulfstream Park for race number 9, leg C. This is 1 mile. That's a one-turn mile at Gulfstream Park. 2-year-old starter optional claiming race. Very tough race. I think the One Perfect Revenge is very intriguing for trainer Stu Simon. This is a horse that has campaigned at Woodbine, exclusively over turf, and Tapeta. This is going to be his first start on the dirt. And he doesn't have a lot of early speed, and that's something to worry about in here. But I thought his most recent race was really good. He didn't break well in that 2-turn optional claimer. He was sort of just last on the rail. He made a bit into the stretch. I liked how he grounded it, was grinding it out to finish second behind the favorite Zoological. And we've seen horses move from synthetic to dirt and step up their game. Perfect Revenge for me might be a horse that wants a little bit more ground, but I think it's very notable that Jose Ortiz takes the mount. I want to use him 8-1 on the morning line. The 3 Plato last time out tried turf. He didn't run badly, but stretching out from 6 to a mile, he was very, very eager. I think he went too fast early and paid the price. He's getting back to the dirt, which I know he wants. I think a mile is well within his scope. And his win 2 starts back, albeit against weaker maiden claimants. I thought that was a good performance, and I think he can stay within range of the leaders in here and give this field a look at the top of the stretch. The 8 Drama and Dixie, 7-2 on the morning line, is a horse that might simply just be the speed of the speed. He tried turf last time out. He actually won his maiden that day via disqualification. His 2 dirt races, while they look like disappointments on paper, he has shown pace in both of those races. I think Joe Bravo can clear from the outside here. And if Perfect Revenge doesn't like dirt, and if some of these other horses just really aren't in the mood to pass horses, we haven't seen the best out of several of these, maybe Drama and Dixie can take them a long way, wire to wire. 1, 3, and 4 are the horses I'm thinking of. 1, 3, and 8, pardon me, the horses I think I'm using in Gulfstream's race number 9. Move to Golden Gate Fields for leg D, wide open. Look at this. 5 furlong maiden special weight, 2-year-old fillies, lots of first-time starters. I'm going to give you the skinny on some of these first-time starters. The 4 Go Vaida Girl is a half-sister to a stakes-placed synthetic router, a horse that placed in the California Oaks. The 5 Lady Crocker is not a first-time starter, but she's got a big pedigree. She's by Curlin. She is a full sister to the multiple stakes-winning turf horse Curlin's Fox. The Dam was a multiple Grade 2 stakes winner on turf. I still think this filly wants a little bit more distance. The 7 Don't Unzip Me is by the promising first crop sire Honor Code. The Dam was 3rd in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint, could also step on the dirt. The 8 Biscottini is by DeCarci. The Dam was a stakes-placed dirt sprinter. That being said, I prefer horses with experience. The number 1 La Croix fits the bill. This horse didn't really do much in the debut at Golden Gate Fields. They shipped her down to Delmar to run on the dirt, a much improved performance with the addition of blinkers, pressing the pace, putting the pace foe away, and very gamely finishing in a dead heat for second behind the odds-on winner. I'm expecting La Croix to show speed from the inside post in here, and she could simply be gone. But the other first-time starter I want to use is the number 6, Anatolia. Just think of this pedigree. She's a daughter of Pioneer of the Nile out of a half-sister to Uncle Mo. It is a powerful pedigree to be sure. This dam has already foaled a stakes-placed runner on dirt. We'll see how they handle the synthetic, but I trust Blaine Wright. I like the 5 furlong workouts leading up to this race. La Croix to 1, Anatolia the 6. They would be my major plays. If I needed to use a backup at a giant price, the 9 Charming Lass is 20-1. I'm not sure whether I want to use her, but she was even in her debut. Now she's getting Lasix for the second start. We have often seen that move spur improvement. We complete the Stronach 5 sequence with a Skullbuster. Race number 10 at Gulfstream Park, 1 mile on the turf. It is a conditioned claiming race. Horses like the 5 Fantastic Kingdom certainly make sense. My issue with a horse like Fantastic Kingdom is last time out, this horse was 13-1. She ran a good second. She's going to be a mere fraction of that price at post time here. And while she has figures, she just looks like the kind of horse that needs a little bit of pace up front. Can Fantastic Kingdom win? Sure. But I think you want to look for a little bit of value in here. I kind of feel the same way about the 11, Elite Appeal, who's 4-1 on the morning line. This horse will be making her 3rd start of the form cycle. They cut her all the way back to 5 furlongs last time out. That's not her distance. She was completely out-sprinted. I didn't like that she was on her left lead all the way down to the wire, but stretching out to this 1 mile distance on the turf, she should be a little bit closer to the pace. I would prefer horses that are going to offer a little bit more value, and we'll start with the 4, Taladios, 6-1 on the morning line. This horse didn't fire on dirt last time out, drew a line through it. The race 2 back was okay because she was in traffic issue, had some traffic issues in the stretch. Split horses, only beaten a length and a quarter. I thought it was a good effort. I think she is lightly raced enough that she can take a step up. I trust her trainer, Teresa Pompey. I think the 6 Sweepino is another horse that can improve in here. Another horse that just didn't do anything on dirt last time out. The form is completely dirtied up. The turf efforts 2, 3, and 4 starts back are good. All she needs is pace. She is 10-1 on the line. Regal Romance, the 8, 8-1 on the morning line. A horse who off the claim last time out was chasing a lone pace setter, and I thought she was pretty game in the stretch to finish second that day. I think she has some upside potential. 10 Tennessee Cotton's another horse I think you want to consider using. Just missed last time out for the $10,000 level. Consistent buyer speed figures. Listen, this is a wide open race. Again, the horses like the 5, Fantastic Kingdom, the 11, Elite Appeal. These are horses that are going to take money, and you're not surprised if they're going to win, but you might want to spread in here. You might want to use horses like the 4 Taya Dios, the 6 Sweepano, the 8 Regal Romance, the 10 Tennessee Cotton. No one said the Stronach 5 was easy. It certainly isn't easy this week, but the action begins with race number 8 at Laurel Park. It has an approximate post time of 3:52 Eastern. Best of luck.